Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be reviewing Jodi Benson's new book, Part of My World. Phenomenal. I've been listening to the audiobook. Thank you. Huge shout out to Amanda who commented below on one of my videos and told me that I had to read that one. I am reading Lord of the Rings, as you know. Shout out to everybody who stayed with my channel through my craziness. But sorry again if you hear my dog in the background. I apologize, he's chewing a bone. I highly recommend the audiobook if you want to hear Jodi Benson's voice. She actually reads her entire book. So it's so fun to hear her voice. You know, you hear the Ariel in her, and so that's been really neat. So let me start off. So as you know, I've been reading Lord of the Rings, and again, I said a couple of other books. I had no intention to add this Jodi Benson book. Like, I felt like my life was crazy enough. Again, thankful for audiobook because I can be doing other things and listening. And again, hearing her voice. But I was not super keen at first. I was going to do it because Amanda suggested it on my channel, but I was not keen. Why? I have personally never really had an interest in the actual Disney princess vocal actresses. Like, I knew who Jodi Benson is. I know, oh my gosh, what is the name? Okay, that's going to drive me crazy because I know it. It's really late and I've had a full day. I know that Leia Salonga sings the voice of Princess Jasmine. At least I know that. I just, it's not that I was never interested in who the voices were of the Disney princesses, but where my love for Disney stems from is in the animation and the films and just the art and the beauty and the masterpieces that Beauty and the Beast and The Little Mermaid and Aladdin, like those films, or even the older ones like Sleeping Beauty and Pinocchio. I mean, the art is just excellent to me in my mind, you know. And so that's where, and also these stories that move you and inspire you, that's what excites me the most about Disney. But of course, it's the vocal talent, obviously, lends a huge hand in all of that. And so I have always appreciated Jodi Benson's singing voice and the talent that the vocal actors bring to the films, obviously, but I don't know, that just wasn't like a super huge draw to me. And so I was just kind of like, all right, like Amanda reassured me that this audiobook was gonna be inspiring, which I really need some inspiration right now. I'm kind of in this, I'm a homeschool mom, so I kind of feel like my life is kind of boring. So like doing this video with you guys is inspiring for me. But it's like, I feel like if you're watching this video, you and I, in a way, we kind of have a connection. You watching it because you want to know about the audiobook or you're interested in Disney Princess or something. There's a reason you're watching this right now. And so, but let me tell you, Jodi's book, where do I even begin? It's like the way I just said that there's a reason that you're watching this video right now. It's kind of like that's Jodi's book in a nutshell. Every little thing that happens in her life, it's like God had a reason for everything to happen in her life. So where I connect with Jodi too, I guess I've talked about like my faith in God and everything. Jodi, I had no idea that she was such like a spiritual person or like had this faith in God, or like she didn't start out that way. She eventually got faith, like she found faith like later when she was an actress. But like, oh my word, this audiobook, it's been an emotional roller coaster. I'm like sitting there cleaning dishes and I'll just start bawling, like crying. Like you feel all the highs and the lows and the joys. Howard Ashman from oh my gosh, I'm gonna start crying. Like that whole his death, like, and everything he meant to Jodi. I could just start crying on that alone. Like, and mind you, I don't like to cry. So if you're watching this and you're like, "Oh, I don't want to listen to some emotional story." But it's like, no, it's not that kind of story where you're like crying like it's a sad story that you don't want to relive it. It's like that I want to watch this or listen to this again kind of story. It is so inspiring, and it is like the relationships and how she got the part of Ariel, like, and every little step that led to her becoming Ariel. And she mixes in her faith, which is a place that I never expected to relate to Jodi in that way. I really feel like spiritually connected to her. And even if you're not a spiritual person, I don't think you have to be a spiritual person to be moved by her story. And I just feel like it's really relatable. She talks also about her marriage and the highs and the lows, which I also found very relatable. And she doesn't, like, when she talks about like some of the hardest times, I don't want to spoil the story for you and tell you what happens in her marriage or her relationship, but even during the darkest times, she doesn't spill too much, like give you all the gory little details of her marriage, but she gives you just enough for you to get it. And you're like, girl, I got you. I feel you. I feel you. You know, like, I just, I am so thankful, Amanda, for you for you having recommended this book to me. And like, so let me suggest, and if you are a fan of Disney, if you are interested in theater or acting or drama, or if you admire the vocal talents, you want to know about the Disney princess behind the scenes stories. Oh, like that's kind of how I felt. Like if you loved Confessions of a Retired Disney Princess, the OG video, like with Rachel and I chatting, I feel like you will love this part of my world, but it's better than my Confessions of a Retired Disney Princess ever was. Her story, and I guess like because she was older than me too, like I guess I just thought, oh, am I going to be able to relate to her? Yes, you'll be able to relate to her, even though she's like an older person. She goes back to her, like, I don't know, she makes it relate, you feel her, like, and it's nice to glean from her. If I was a young person, like, I would want to glean from her wisdom of like, oh, okay, here's some of the mistakes she made, like, I'll remember. She's like the older friend that you needed to hear from if you're a theater person. Or, oh my word, like I'm already like taking some of her words, and I'm keeping like some of the nuggets up in here. I'm like, I'll remember that, Jodi. Thanks. You're gonna feel everything. Even my husband, who typically does not like he would never have picked up her book, but when I put it in the car, he found it entertaining. He enjoyed hearing her stories. So if you are looking for something to take your mind away, if you want another like fresh revival of some kind of Confessions of a Retired Disney Princess kind of thing, then I highly recommend Part of My World. Whatever thing that is stopping you, like, is it really gonna be worth my time? Am I really gonna get anything out of this? Whatever is stopping you from going and either buying the book or listening to the audiobook, let me put all your fears to rest. I promise you will not be disappointed. And I'm trying to get Rachel to download the audiobook now. Rachel Hinkle. I really hope that she does. Rachel, if you're watching this, go get that book. I texted you. Go get it. And so, yes, audiobook, Jodi Benson, Part of My World, or the regular book. You will not be sorry. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like this video if you liked it, share this video if you want to promote the book of Jodi Benson, Part of My World, and subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye bye.